Hi everybody. So I'm going to show you how to go about making the wheels for your Cobblebot. This can be a bit of a headache to do. It's not super easy, especially if you're trying to do it by hand. I tried doing the first 2 or 3 by hand, and my fingers were killing me by the time we got done. So what I'm going to suggest is that you use a nice pair of pliers like these, the kind that you can go into 2 different positions. You're actually going to want it in the fully closed position. Take one of the wheels, take one of the bearings, place it on top as straight as you can, and then clamp down and make sure that you get the teeth all the way across the bearing. You don't want to go just halfway because you'll apply the torque forces as you're pushing it in. Usually the first one goes in really easily. Flip it over, take one of the bolts, push it up through, take one of the washers, sorry, it's really small, drop it down onto the bolt so it sits right down in the middle, grab another one of the bearings, put it up on top there, drop the bolt out because it gets in the way, and then do the same thing with the pliers. And if you get it all nice and straight, it usually goes in pretty easily, and you should be able to see all the way through. So that's how you build the at least put the bearings into the wheels. We'll cover a little bit more later on as I get a little bit farther, but I've got 28 wheels to make, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hi, okay, so I'm back. I have all my wheels built. This is about half of them. Couple things I want to say. One, your hands are going to get really nasty. You're probably going to want to put like a piece of paper or something that doesn't have lint down, because the bearings have lubricant all over them. It's going to get on your fingers. Second, be very careful as you're clamping down on the wheels to get the bearings in. I actually managed to snap one of mine, but thankfully I have it cracked it all the way through. But thankfully I bought the spare wheel kit, so I had 5 extras, so I only broke one, so that's not so bad. When I was all done, I had 4 of the small bearings left, not including the ones from the extras kit, and 3 of the flat washers left. Don't know if that's right or not, but we'll see as we go. So, but yeah, so that takes care of assembling the wheels. Next thing I'm going to do is talk about the plates themselves. Let me just grab one plate that's representative. Okay, so this is one of the Z-axis plates, and if you notice, the holes on this side are bigger than the holes on this side. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why is that? I'm 99% sure that it has to do with these eccentric spacers, these little guys. They kind of look like nuts, but the cap on them is offset, if you look. And the reason for that is, as you turn them, the hole changes. So what I'm pretty sure we have to do is those caps go down into the plate, if I can get it in there. Ooh, and this one's really tight. I have to push it down in. Okay. And then when we put our wheels through, actually it probably goes the other way. When we push our wheel through, now to adjust the wheel, or to adjust the track when we have a piece of rail here, if I adjust that wheel, I can adjust the angle that the track moves at, and that's how we do our various adjustments. So, pretty sure that that's the case. Obviously, don't know for sure, but that seems to be the logical way of doing this. So, so yeah, I'm going to keep playing with it, but that's where I'm at right now. So. Okay, so I'm back again. I've gone ahead and attached 4 wheels to one of these Z-axis plates. So, like I said, the bigger holes, you pop the eccentric spacer into those. For the smaller holes, you're going to use your straight linear spacers to put the distance in. And if you do it right, and I would suggest not tightening these down super tight. Even with this, I've got a couple that are a little too tight. But if you do it all right, then you should be able to slot this right into one of the rails and have it slide up and down more or less fairly easily, although it's not perfect. But yeah. So what has me stumped really, and I know a lot of the guys have been talking about this, is this is supposed to sit on, so if this is, let's say this is the vertical rail. This is supposed to be the gantry that runs front to back here, and it pretty much has to screw into those 3 holes there. That means that there's supposed to be an X rail that goes in the X direction, and I would assume it's got to go into this hole. But then why would you do that? Because now it's dragging against the vertical rail, and there's nothing keeping it from slopping in and out of this hole. See what I mean? For the life of me, I haven't got this one figured out. I don't think any of us do. It's very weird. I would have thought we would have gotten a flat plate that we would have screwed in from the back into the end point of this hole, the hole right there in the end of the rail, and put it right there. And that way it would have been a rigid connection. But I don't know. So, yeah, open to ideas, because I'm stumped at this point until they give us something.